Plant spring flower gardens, and with a little extra thought, you can plant one that attracts beautiful butterflies too. Roger Sanderson, Director of Horticulture at Texas Discovery Gardens, has a few tips that are going to help you with this project. Welcome, Roger.
Thank you.
Well, so what are some of the benefits of planting a butterfly garden?
Well, it goes beyond what most people think. Most people just want to have pretty flowers and a lot of little attractive butterflies as artistic things, and they're kind of neat. But there's a very important function, and that is we have wiped out so much of our native landscape that the butterflies literally don't have any place to find the nectar and find the food plants that they need.
Oh, that's sad.
And so we need to supplement what they have lost out in the natural environment, and then we get the added benefit of having them fly around.
You get to watch their beauty. Well, and you brought some of your favorite plants to plant to attract the butterflies, so we'll start going through some of those, and we'll start down here. What is that?
Okay, this is a blue mist flower. We actually have a plant sale coming up Earth Day that weekend, and we have like 3 different species of blue mist flower. But the blue mist flowers is the #1 attractant for monarchs, and if you've heard all of the big fear because the monarch population has suddenly plummeted, there's not near the monarchs that there used to be due to a lack of their food plant mostly. But this particular plant is a magnet for the monarchs. Nice. Even if you have a yard full of all kinds of flowers, they will go to the mist flowers over all the rest of them because they get more than nectar. They get some nutrients from the mist flowers that they don't get from the other flowers. So if you have some blue mist flower, the monarchs and the queens, which are related to monarchs, will really go to it.
If you plant it, they will come. Okay, I like it. And then what about this guy right here?
And this is a pipe vine. This is called a white-veined Dutchman's pipe vine. And the nice thing about it is it makes not only a beautiful ground cover, but more importantly, it is the food plant for the pipe vine swallowtail, one of our native butterflies. And we'll see a picture of one here in just a minute. But so you have not just pretty foliage as a ground cover in the shade, and people are always looking for shade plants, but this is doubles as a very good, important food plant for the pipe vine swallowtail.
I like that. And then what about this guy? This is another really pretty kind of purpley flower. Yes,
there are actually numerous verbenas. This is, and I'll stress also that the more native plants that you can plant, our butterflies are accustomed to the native plants. That's what they are used to and have evolved with. So if you plant mostly native things as opposed to things from China or
Right, they'll really gravitate towards
these. And this is actually a native verbena, but there are probably, I don't know, probably 30 or more different kinds of verbenas that will do well. The nice thing is, in the Dallas area, they love the heat. All the verbenas really start blooming, and they're tough, durable plants. They're full sun plants and are really good nectar plants for the butterflies.
That's what I need. All of mine die in the summertime. All right, and what about this beauty?
And unfortunately, this was the only one I could find in our greenhouse that actually had flowers on it. This is a lantana, and there are so many different color varieties of lantanas, but they are probably one of the most attractive to the butterflies as far as nectar. The typical orange one that is native to Texas has very large flowers on it, and then there's all these ground cover types, some with red. This is called Dallas red. There's a yellow one. There's a lot of. They're beautiful. The hotter it is, the better they like it, and they bloom really well. Extremely drought tolerant plants. If your sprinkler system broke, these things would probably still
keep going.
Yes.
When do the butterflies start coming out?
Well, actually, some butterflies overwinter as an adult butterfly. The question mark butterfly, the goatweed butterflies, they spend the winter as adults, so that the minute things start having any kind of flowers, they're already there to take advantage of them and start the process. Other butterflies will go through the winter as eggs or a chrysalis, which is the cocoon-like thing that the butterflies make.
Right.
But in the spring, right now, we already have lots of butterflies that are already out taking advantage of the early flowers.
So it's a good time to plant. All right, we've got about 20 seconds left. Just tell me a little bit about each of these real quickly.
This is called a butterfly weed, butterfly bush. They come in a lot of different colors. This is not a native, but they are highly attractive to all the different butterflies. And this last plant is very, very important. This is a milkweed. This is actually a tropical milkweed. It looks kind of sick right now. That we had a hard time finding any that had blooms on them. But if you plant the milkweeds, you can help feed the monarchs are beginning to come up from Mexico, and they're looking for something to lay eggs on. Now, the other side to butterfly gardening is you may have to put up with the fact that a plant may get eaten down so it has no leaves on it temporarily. They will all put out new leaves, but that's what it takes to feed the caterpillars. So if you're going to try to provide the milkweeds, you have to accept the fact that they may look a little ugly for a while.
Well, and they gave us a few more seconds to look at some of the beautiful butterflies.
There's a pipeline swallowtail. That was the one that I was telling you about. That's a variegated fritillary, and that's another one that spends all winter as an adult. There's a red admiral,
look at those
which
colors.
is just a beautiful little butterfly. And of course, there's the monarch that everybody's familiar with.
Yeah. Oh, those are gorgeous. Well, these are great tips. Thank you so much.
Thank you for having me.
I need to get to planting. And if you'd like to learn more about butterfly gardening, you can take a class with Roger on this Saturday, April the 6th at the Texas Discovery Gardens, and you can visit texasdiscoverygardens.org. And if you sign up for the class, you're actually going to receive some of the plants that you've seen here today, which will help you create your very own butterfly garden. Can't wait.